How important is enthusiasm? Yeah. We'll get started here just in a few seconds. I'm going to say hi to my super chatters, my inner circle, and the people that are in the chats today. So, hi, Bob, Coach Bob. Hi, John. Hi, Bill. Hi, Lisa, Jody, Arthur, Craig, Mike, James, Kai, Sandy. How are you guys? Great, great, great. Someone told me, hey, this week's a holiday. Weekend's a holiday. And I'm going like, every day's a holiday. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Jerome, Eric, Melody. I love you. And we're ready to get started. So, hello, buddy. My name is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. And how important is enthusiasm? How important is enthusiasm? Now, when I want to talk about a topic, a lot of people don't know this. Thank you very much, Eliza, for being a super chatter. The orphans are going to love it. It's so, so awesome. And so, when we're talking about enthusiasm, the first thing that I always do sometimes, I not only go into AI and ask them questions, but I also love going just to Google and then even putting in quotes, right? And so one of the things is Henry Ford, the Henry Ford is like he said, you can do anything if you have enthusiasm. Enthusiasm is the yeast that makes your hopes rise to the stars. Listen to this. Winston Churchill said, success consists of going from failure to failure to failure without the loss of enthusiasm, right? Ralph Emerson said, nothing great was ever achieved without enthusiasm. Nothing great was ever achieved without enthusiasm. Now, I know that we've heard also, words like, enthusiasm is contagious. Another thing is also is if enthusiasm is so important, I know if you just go to Google and you put in enthusiasm, it's funny. I believe it was Katie that seen one of my videos, Katie Saunders, and she actually, commented on one of my YouTube channels. And it was like, if people just knew that there was certain things that you possess, there's people that are enthusiastic. There's people that have enthusiasm. And it comes from the word enthesos, a Greek word called enthesos, which means God within. And for those that don't believe in God, that, AI says that it's still a feeling of prolonged excitement. Prolonged excitement. So, for people that do believe in God, it says enthusiasm is like we're possessed in a positive way, but we're possessed with the spirit of divine excitement, right? And so when you see people that are enthusiastic, I don't want to get into political. This is not about political, but a lot of people, I believe, are attracted to Donald Trump because of his enthusiasm. So his enthusiasm, he believes so much in what he thinks and what he says that a majority of people, if not all of the people like me, go, you just said something that's not true. So when he says, hey, The Apprentice, the show that I had, Apprentice, it's like it was the biggest show that was ever there. Biggest show ever. No one ever got any better ratings than this. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. Best show ever again. And you're like going, dang, that's not true. But damn, he's excited about this. He's enthusiastic about this. And when people are enthusiastic, it comes across as courage. It comes across as confident. It comes across as, they believe in what they are doing and where they are going. And for that reason, people follow them. See, I don't think that people follow certain people because they're a knower of all knowledge. I think people are inspired about them and they get hope in something because they look at this person, they go, they're going to pull it off. They're going someplace. They're gonna pull it off. Thank you, Bill, so much for the super chat. James, thank you so much. I love you guys so much. So if enthusiasm, and look this stuff up yourself, right? So if enthusiasm is so darn important, how do you get enthusiastic? So I put in AI and I put that and it said, discover new interests. Discover new interests, because when we discover new things, right? It's like, how many of you get enthusiastic about it? Like, that first love, you know what I mean? When you're in the honeymoon phase, you know what I mean? You're going on a vacation, it says set meaningful goals, right? Stay curious, practice gratitude. Wow. Practice gratitude. Visualize success. Visualize success. Surround yourself with other positive and enthusiastic people. You become who you hang around. Stay engaged. How can you stay enthusiastic if you're not going in? You sometimes you're plugged in, sometimes you're not, sometimes you're plugged in, sometimes you're not. Challenge yourself. Practice mindfulness, like meditation. Celebrate achievements. Share your enthusiasm, and embrace failure as learning. That is so. Winston Churchill says, don't lose your enthusiasm going from failure to failure to failure to failure. And here it says, embrace failure like learning. You know that you're going to go through a lot of bad apples before you find the right apples with the right seeds that can grow an orchard. So a lot of people are always asking me, how do I stay so excited? How do I stay so enthusiastic? It's because I do all of these things. I do all these things. I have the vision of one day saying I'm not helping, 2,500 orphans. I'm helping 25,000 orphans. I'm looking forward to saying I've helped 250,000 orphans. Are you guys understanding? And so, it's funny, Bob in the group chat here again. Thank you so much, Jerome. Thank you, Kelly. I love you guys. Thank you so much, Jody. It is so awesome to have you guys here. I just love you, and big time. And so when you really think about being enthusiastic, some people think, well, you might be putting too much of yourself out there. And I'm going like, when I'm no longer here, right? They say you die twice in your life. One is, of course, when you stop breathing on this planet. And the second time is when people stop saying your name. And I just want you to sort of think about how people will view you. Now, isn't that funny? It's like we're not supposed to give a rip about other people's opinions. But I love when I'm around people. I love when they say, man, you're so down to earth. You know what I mean? When they say, you're just like me. You're just like me. And I'm like, yeah, I am. I'm just like you. And why wouldn't you want to be known as, when people are around you, that they feel better being around you than when they're not? Huh? It's like, hey, when I'm around you, I feel better. I feel more confident. I feel encouraged. I don't feel judged. I feel like we're going someplace. I've had people say directly to me, which is the best compliment in the world. And they go, it's like you're talking to me. It's just like you're talking to me. And I'm like, I am. I meditated about it and I prayed about it. And I asked for the words to say to those that have ears to hear. I'm talking to you directly. So the next part of this video, I wanted to share with you guys because I haven't always been this way. See, there's groups of people out there that say I'm a sequential, concrete thinker. Maybe they'll say an astrological sign. Maybe they'll say, I was, born at this time or whatever. But people 1000% believe that they can't change who they are. And that's another lie that you're telling yourself. It's all the little Dino voices in our mind, right? Let me give you an example. Have any one of you ever been at a live event, like a sporting event or a concert, something like that? Why is it that when you're around a group of people, and what's the international language for being excited? Woo! 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 And all of a sudden you're like, you hear this noise, and then you're like, that's stupid. You know what I mean? That person's a little out there. And there's this video on here that I'm sure Craig will find, and it's called The Lone Nut. And I just love this little YouTube video because the guy does a whole speech behind it. And they're like, it looks like they're at a giant Woodstock concert, right? And everyone's standing, sitting on side of hills, and they're all over the place. And all of a sudden, this one guy stands up and he just starts dancing. And he dances like someone told him that this is the last time you're going to get to dance. So while he's dancing out there, everybody's laughing. And of course, the person that's got the video of him, he's laughing. And, the guy just keeps doing it and just keeps doing it. Then the next thing that happens is one other person has the courage and doesn't give a rip about what other people think. And he goes, supports the guy. So he goes over there and he starts dancing with him. You know what I mean? And he's just dancing. And then all of a sudden, a couple other people get up. And then all of a sudden, it's like, it just seems like magic happens in this short video. It's like magic happens because enthusiasm does that. It's contagious. And then all of a sudden, boom, all of a sudden, everybody's up. And then all of a sudden, the noise gets louder. And then you got people with those air horns, beep, 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 beep. And everybody's like, woo! And it's like at a sporting event. Or if you ever been in an audience or watched it, where all of a sudden you do the wave, right? You do the wave around the whole Coliseum. I've been at football matches, listen closely, worldwide football, United States calls it soccer. And that's also the way chants start, right? Chants start that way. So all of a sudden you got one guy, right? And the one guy's like, everybody's going, I don't know. I don't know. Then a couple more. And then all of a sudden, 90,000 fans. This wave going around. What I love about that is when it starts to be contagious and when you're around all the people that watch you, and then it becomes contagious to the point where all of a sudden there's this magic thing that happens also where everyone's looking at the people that are not participating. And they're like, you're an idiot. So, a football game, be at 30 below weather in an outside football stadium like the Packers, the Cheeseheads, and not wearing any shirt and have your stomach and your face painted green and gold or green and yellow, whatever it is. It is just hilarious, man, because you can be that excited. You can be that enthusiastic. You can get into where the whole entire, like my son always talks about, at an event when that guy, we talked about it on other videos, but the person stands up there and sings a certain song, and all of a sudden the whole crowd is singing the song every word, and you get in that feeling like, wow, this is what it feels like when you're in the zone. When everybody starts getting in the zone, that's where massive miracles happen. And it's like, I don't want to be the last person in. I want to be the person starting the damn thing. And so I seen really soon when I hung around my mentor that when he was on stage, he was funny. He could connect with his emotions enough to make people, feel a different emotion, like happiness or joy or sadness. Then he could get really, really serious. And I would watch him constantly just be so charismatic, but also so enthusiastic, passionate, excited about what he's talking about. I think I brought this up already. Queen, thank you, Bob. But Bob's like, hey, do you take any time off? No, I'm addicted to this. See, you can be addicted, and it's a positive word, right? Where each and every day I need to wind myself up, go through some meditation and prayer. Wow, what a bad thing that is. Joke. So I got to think of a subject, then Google it, and then AI it, and then find quotes on it, get jacked out of my mind, and then throw all that out to everybody. So I love and appreciate each and every one of you. You get enthusiasm by listening to enthusiastic people. And when you come from a place from your heart instead of your logic, people can feel it. They can feel your sincerity. They can feel like, hey, this person's just like me. And that's how you attract people. That's how you attract people. That's how you keep people hanging out until they get it, And I just know if I can do it, you can do it. If you guys would have seen me, in my early years, there's only one way that you could get me to even have a conversation with you. And that's if you came down to my garage and you helped me work on my car. Because I really wasn't interested in having a conversation with you if you wasn't helping me work on my car. Say very, very focused, very into what I was doing, really selfish, just so I figured if I could learn to do something, and I'm sure everyone that watches this video live or recorded, is I'm sure you're confident about doing something, and it could be, hey, I can clean dishes better than anybody. I can wash a car better than anybody. I can mow my lawn better than anybody. It's like, I do my job. I do my job better than anyone. I bowl really good. I play darts really good. And I would just ask each and every one of you to pick out something that you can spend a little bit of time doing every day. Me personally, I love getting better at meditation. I love getting better at prayer. I love getting better at doing these videos and impacting the world. So, it's like, I believe in you. I know you can do this. If no one's giving you permission to be happy and fulfilled, let me be the first. People don't follow people because they're good trainers. People want to feel something. People want to be inspired. People want to believe that there's hope for them and others. And there is. There's all kinds of hope for you. You can do this. So do me a huge personal favor and share this video with people that need to be a little more enthusiastic. I love and appreciate you. We'll see you guys on the next video, and bye for now.